swinging. Today, we're going to talk about how to cut that perfect plug when you're out metal detecting, because let's face it, no director of parks wants to see their lawn looking. So that means we have to be good ambassadors of the hobby. That means cutting a good plug. Well, I'm going to show you how coming up in this video. So today's video is brought to you by Epidemic Sound. Now they are a website where you can go ahead and download royalty-free music or sound effects for your videos to help spice things up. They have everything from beats, electronica, and dance, hip-hop, pop. I mean, you name it, they pretty much have a genre that you're looking for. If you're looking for sound effects for your video to really make them, then Epidemic Sound has you covered. New music is being added daily, so there's always something to go back in, download, or check out that you can add to your library to help make your videos and your streams just that much more interesting. If you're interested in a free 30-day trial, I'll put a link in the description below, and you can start downloading your content today. But let's get into some metal detecting. Alright, so if we're talking about cutting that perfect plug when you're out metal detecting, you're gonna need a couple of things. One, obviously being a metal detector. 2 and 3, a pinpointer and something to dig with. This is a lesh. It's very inconspicuous when you're out in a park. It's way better than a 6-foot shovel. Nobody likes to see that out in a park. So get yourself a little spade or a lesh. All of these things I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to link below in case you guys have any questions. So now that you have some of the equipment you need to get out there and dig that perfect plug, let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing you need to do is obviously find a target. You're out there, you're metal detecting, you're using those ears to really listen and key in on that sweet, sweet tone of victory, we hope. You never know what's at the bottom of the hole, so I recommend you dig everything. But once you've pinpointed that target, take your time, because pinpointing can save you a lot of time searching around looking for that target once you do cut that plug open. Plus, if you get a good pinpoint, you're not digging up the entire park. So now, start cutting. One of the cuts that I recommend is using a circular or a horseshoe type of cut. It's just gonna look better. Circles are a lot more inconspicuous. I would say they're a little more common in nature than squares. Use that horseshoe or that circular cut. It's gonna help blend in with the grass. Once you replace that plug, you'll see what I mean, because it's not straight lines. Humans are keen on straight lines. I mean, everything we build, from houses to streets, I mean, we use lines for everything. It helps our eyes track. So use a circle. As you're cutting into the ground, try to do your best to go deeper than what you pinpointed that target. If it said it's at 4 inches, try to go 5, even 6, because what that's going to do is get below the root line. It's going to help actually save that patch of grass when we replace it, because it's going to be able to continue to grow. You're not damaging the root system, so it makes it very easy to replace, and it's going to stay green after we're done and not turn all brown or yellow. So now that you've popped your plug, go ahead, take your pinpointer and search, listen, see if you can pinpoint that target in the plug, just in case you did cut below. If it's not there, look into the bottom of where you just removed that plug, because it might be right there on top, just under a little bit of dirt. If it's not there, you might have to re-scan your hole and double check, because it might be a little bit deeper, it might be in a sidewall, it might just be out of reach of your pinpointer. So leaving your metal detector on can definitely help with this process. But if you don't hear your target in the plug, you have a couple of options to dig a little bit deeper. Remove a little bit more dirt and go ahead and place it on top of that plug. It's going to help keep that area clean, because we don't want to get a bunch of dirt all around where we just popped that plug, because it's not going to look very nice. And then you're also going to be left with this large gap, or you're going to basically create a divot in the park, because you're not replacing that dirt back into the hole. Alright, if you have to keep digging a little bit deeper, cut around the sidewalls, so hopefully that you don't scratch your target. And once you've loosened up that dirt, I recommend bringing along a little hand towel. Place that next to the side of the plug, and that's going to really help keep your area clean, because you can take this dirt, put it on the towel, And then continue to pinpoint into the hole and see if your target was a little bit deeper. Now in this case my target is down there, I do hear it, but we have to keep digging around the sidewall and I have to keep removing dirt and putting it on that towel. Now if I didn't have a towel or something to place it on, it's just going into the grass. I'm gonna lose a lot of it. It's gonna look really messy. Again, the park director, they don't want to see that. The community members, they don't want to see that. We want to be as inconspicuous as possible. So, putting it on a little handheld towel makes it really easy to clean up afterwards. And you'll see that in just a second. Alright, as I continue to look for this target, I'm just double checking here with my metal detector to make sure it is still down there, and I do hear it. Let's go ahead, we're going to keep working around the edges until we can pop it out. And now you see I have it out. It is in the dirt that I removed and put on the towel. Again, makes it a lot easier to find, because if it was in the grass, it could sink or disappear right into that clover, and it just makes the struggle that much more difficult to find your target. And we don't want that. Metal detecting, it's already hard enough. In fact, you get a pretty good workout just metal detecting. We found our target. Obviously, not always a win here. We've got a pull tab, but that's okay, because you know what? We're swinging for rings, and in case you didn't know, pull tabs, they do come up as gold signals. So if you're looking for gold, spoiler alert, you're going to have to dig a lot of pull tabs. Alright, now for the cleanup portion, we're going to go ahead, we're going to take that dirt that was on the towel, we're going to move it back into the hole, and we're going to break it up a little bit, just because again, it will pack down nicely into the hole. It's also going to make it very easy for those roots to continue to grow down in through the soil as that grass grows. We'll go ahead, we'll take the dirt from the top of the plug, put that back into the hole, pat it all down, and we're going to flip that plug right back over the same way we popped it. It'll fit just like a puzzle piece. And look at that, your grass is pristine. We'll go ahead, we'll fluff it up a little bit to make it even look a little bit more natural. And it's like nobody was ever there. So when you're out metal detecting, that is how you want to cut a plug. It makes it nice and clean, it's very easy. Just a few basic steps can make finding and retrieving targets a dream come true. You're not searching around for hours on end looking for pull tabs. So hopefully this tutorial was helpful. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up. Do me a favor, subscribe or hit the bell. But really what I want you guys to do is go ahead, leave a comment below. I want to know what other tips or tricks you want to see or hear or learn about in metal detecting, and we'll go ahead, we'll bring those to you. In the meantime, get out there, learn your machines, dig everything, and most importantly, have fun and keep swinging for the ring.